Assalamu alaikum everybody, this is your brother Ahmed Abdeen, and today welcome to the first episode of The Daily Life of a Muslim. This is where you ask questions and I do my best to try and give you an answer and a different perspective on how to approach the situation. Today's question, inshallah, we actually got two questions that were very similar, so I thought I'd combine them together and summarize it for you guys. The first is, how do we balance both dunya and akhirah? And the second was, how do we work towards the akhirah while also working in our dunya and keeping away from temptations? Stick around. So the question of deen and dunya is a question that a lot of people spend a lot of time thinking on, because a lot of people are trying to figure out who they are as people living in this world and who they are as Muslims and how they can be successful in the akhirah. But subhanAllah, a lot of people don't really realize this. You know, they come up and they say, oh man, how do I both strive for success in both my deen and my akhirah, both my deen and my dunya? And to this I have to say, why are they separate? Why is deen in one hand and dunya in the other? You know, I see them as the same, hand in hand. You know, a lot of people say, how can I work for deen and for akhirah? Make your dunya your akhirah. Make your dunya your deen. And if you do that, while you're working for your deen, simultaneously you're also working for your akhirah. Ibn Taymiyyah, one of the greatest scholars of Islam, he gives a very profound statement. He says, the dunya is like your shadow. So long as your shadow is facing you and you're chasing after your shadow, you'll never catch it. You'll never grasp it in your hands. But if you turn around and you have your shadow behind you, no matter where you go, no matter how far and how fast you walk or run, your shadow will always follow you. Your shadow is the dunya. If the dunya is in front of you and you're trying to catch it and grab it with your hands, you'll never catch it. It'll always escape you. But if you turn your back to the dunya and you face the akhirah, the dunya will come running to you, just like your shadow runs to you. Allah says in the Quran,
الذين آمنوا وكانوا يتقون لهم البشرى في الحياة الدنيا وفي الآخرة.
Allah says, الذين آمنوا وكانوا يتقون, the people that believed and they trusted Allah, for them لهم البشرى, there's glad tidings, good tidings, في الدنيا, in this life, وفي الآخرة, and the hereafter. So if you want to balance your dunya and your akhirah, you want to be successful in your dunya and your akhirah, don't split them apart. Put them together and have trust in Allah. Because if you do that, if you believe in Allah and have trust in Allah, He says, glad tidings to you in this world and in the next. And not only there, Allah also says, whoever does good, man or woman, and he's a believer, فَلَنُحْيِيَنَّهُ حَيَاةً طَيِّبًا, we will have him experience or live حَيَاةً طَيِّبًا, a nice life, a good life. So if you're a believer and you want a good life, do good. Allah says, مَنْ عَمِلَ صَالِحًا, whoever does good, from man or from woman, ذَكْرَ أو أُنثَى, we will have them live a good life, a happy life, a content life. So if you want to balance your dunya and your akhirah, you want to work for dunya while working for your akhirah, what I'm telling you is this: focus on the akhirah part. Turn your back to the dunya and set your eyes, set your focus to the akhirah. And if you do that, the dunya will come running. Like your shadow comes running, the dunya will come running to you. But that's not all that Allah says.
وأن استغفروا ربكم ثم توبوا إليه يمتعكم متاعا حسنا إلى أجل مسمى.
A lot of times, you know, in life, we're bogged down by our mistakes. You know, our past lives, our past mistakes, they affect us. They think, you know, oh, I can't do good in this life. I can't be happy in this life because of what I did in the past. Allah's telling you, your past doesn't matter. What you did in your past doesn't matter to me so long as you turn back to me in forgiveness. So long as you make tawbah to me, your past doesn't matter to me, and not only will I not care about your past, I'll make your life your future blessed and happy for you. So in summary, that's how we can conquer both dunya and akhirah. That's how we can work for both this dunya and both this akhirah. By focusing less on the dunya part and more on the akhirah part. By doing that, Allah will bless our lives. I'm not saying don't work for dunya. Obviously work for dunya, do your best that you can. But have your intentions for Allah. You want to go to med school, be a doctor, not to make money, not for the status, but for Allah. You want to be a photographer, you want to be an artist, you want to do whatever you want to do. Whatever you seek to do, you want to go to the gym, you want to be a soccer player, you want to be, a radio talk show host. Do whatever you want to do, but make it for Allah. If you make it for Allah, Allah will bless it. And Allah will bless you, and He will give you the akhirah in return. Thank you for joining us. Please, if you liked the video, comment, like, subscribe, and share it. Assalamu alaikum.